motion sickness. Hey guys, how y'all doing? So now that I got the 45 minutes of verbal diarrhea out, still drinking my coffee, let's get to working on unicorn trundles. I'm calling them trundles. That's the official name for this point. Trundles. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna try the 50 because those are 25. So I'm gonna try the 50. And I'm gonna show you what I do here. And I learned this off of a video, and it's probably in my playlist under odds and ends, tricks or hints or tips, or I don't remember. Anyway, so I try to leave a tail at least as width of my hand, maybe longer, so I have something to sew in when I do this. Anyway, turn my little basket so I ain't getting caught on nothing. But I'm gonna chain out 20. I'm gonna chain out 50. So 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 1 to grow on. Okay, so here's 50 right here. And it's gonna curl up, so it's gonna drop, it's gonna be shorter. So 50, you go to the second stitch from the hook, which you can't see it because it's so little. This is a lightweight 3. So second, and you want to crochet, you want to single crochet back down to the other side, but you want to do it tightly so that it'll start to curl. And you don't have to count these because you done counted. So you'll end up with 50 because you went 51. Remember, you did 1 to grow on. So, yeah. Ah! This is why Shelley doesn't teach. My son's girlfriend, she's like, you think you could teach me how to crochet? I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I suck at teaching. I tried to teach the lady and another lady one time how to crochet. And, that turned into a nightmare. I mean, because, well, for starters, if you're wanting to learn how to do something, then, and you want somebody to sit down with you to teach you how to do it, you need to shut out everything else that's going on around you and not worry about whether or not your dishes are done or whatever. Oh, I want to show you something, by the way. I'll show you when it's done. Anyway, you need to not be worrying about what else is going on in the world, because you need to listen and watch and listen. So this shouldn't be working. This and these 2 items right here. This and this. These and these. That's it. The 2 things, the 4 things. There's 2 sets of 2 that need to be paying attention, and there's 1 thing that needs to be shut. So, my grandpa always told me, this is a time when you use your eyes and ears, not your mouth. So when you're learning how to crochet and somebody's going to sit down with you and teach you how to sew, crochet, whatever, you need to listen and see and not talk. And then when they say, do you have any questions, then you can open this gaping hole in your face and say whatever, or ask whatever you need to ask. But that's what happened with me with the lady that I was trying to teach how to crochet. And that didn't work out well. And I don't have the patience to teach somebody how to do something when they're not going to listen to you talk or listen to what you have to say. And I want to tell you right now, I crochet a hell of a lot faster than this, but I'm on camera right now, and I'm talking. Because normally right now I wouldn't be talking, I would just be listening to the TV, and I find myself right now listening to the mower because I want to get into that. My brain, I'm so used to my life and the way I do things that I am like searching for something to just listen to. So I'm listening while I'm talking to you and doing this. I'm listening to the birds that are over there in the trees, and I'm listening to my husband who's over there mowing, because I'm so used to just, he's gonna go get gas or he finished. Oh, he got the yard finished, that part. So I'm not going to be able to be on here much longer, because guess who's going to come over here in this yard and mow, and it's going to be so freaking loud. But he's going to go fill up first. He'll probably come over here and take a break and drink some coffee first too. But anyway, I'm so used to listening to TV, listening to whatever's on the radio, or binging a TV show. And while I'm sitting here, I am subscribed to quite a few channels. I know I don't have my channels public, and that's because I'm just going to tell you right now, I do listen to other things. Like I listen to Steven Crowder, I listen to Matt Walsh, I'm subscribed to channels that are basically looked down upon in a lot of community. Well, not as much as they think there is. Okay, so, and I want to show you. Well, I'm done with this one, and it's curled up. You see how it's curled up? And if it's not curly enough for you, I don't have it out here. Shoot, I have a shawl pen that I use to hold my hair up in a bun when I'm whatever. You can pull this out like this. You could take this and put it around your hook, and you can wrap it around your hook like this. Make sure it's flat. You just keep it flat. But anyway, you can hook it around, wrap it around your hook, like so. My hooks. I'm just doing this to show you how you can do it. I mean, you want to keep it. You don't want to wrap it up over top of each other, really. You don't. So you need a long thing, like a pencil. A pencil would be okay. Anyway, once you get that done, then you can like unwrap it like this. Kind of just, hang on. See, this is why I don't do videos on how to do tutorials and stuff, because I'm not good at this. But anyway, so, shoot. See, now I messed it all up. I screwed it up. Look how messed up it is. So, anyway, or you could just do this. Let me do it this way. You can twist it. Make sure you're twisting the same direction that it's normally twisting on its own. Because if you try to go the other direction, it doesn't work. Okay. Anyway, so if you twist... Anyway, so... There, I got my trundle. And you can pull it to kind of loosen it out or lengthen it out if you want to. Oh, hang on a minute. See, it's not doing... I messed it up, you guys. I shouldn't have done that. Now it's going to frustrate me. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! So, now I want to show you something. I started out with the green, and it switched to purple. Right? Where did I start with purple? I can't remember. Oh, we started out with green, and it switched to purple. It switched to purple. And then switching, the green was at the end of the brighter green, the turquoise and stuff. So it's at the lighter end of the green and it switched to the lighter end of the purple. See how muddy that looks? It looks muddy. It doesn't look bright and unicorny, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to leave it because it works. It works. It's going to be okay. Oh, no, 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 no. So that is that. Get this. There we go. There. Now, so that should be long enough, I think. So I might go 51 because it's, sorry. Quick. It's longer than those by just a little. And you don't want it like super long. I mean, it's going to be hooked up here first. I'm going to have, so that's long enough. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And if I put 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, that should be okay. Yeah. You think? I don't know. But I'm going to do the trundles in their sets of 4s. And then, yeah. So let me show you how you go on to making your 4 rows of 4. So at this point here, you've got to the top of this here. So you're just going to chain 51 again. So you just chain 51 again. And you just do that. And you do that 4 times. I think I'm at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, hang on. I miscounted. Okay. So I'm gonna chain 51 more. I'll be right back. 51. Okay, so we have 51. And we're gonna go back second hook or second stitch from the hook and go back the other direction. Anyway, I don't know why it's, I mean, it looks so bright and cheerful just sitting here, the yarn, and then you look at it as it's broke down into its thing, and it's not so bright and cheerful because it's not, I mean, it is on here, and here's what's crazy, like, see, it's going from this drab purple to pretty purple, and then it switches to this pinkish color. So I'm going, you know, it's I don't know, you'll see. It's just weird how this works out. And I don't know, like, I've never used this rainbow glitz before. I mean, it looks pretty in the package, but I've never seen it worked up, you know, on anything. I've thought about maybe picking it out and taking a skein of it and just start making a blanket out of it or something and see how it looks, because I think it's deceiving. I'm finding it to be highly deceiving for its color. I do believe. So Randy got the mowing done next across the street. Okay, see, okay. I'm now switching over. It's switching. See how drab and grayish that looks? And now it's going into this pretty purple. So it's going to go, you know, and the purple is like bright and beautiful. So if I were to color control this, I don't think it's possible without having like thousands of knots in your work. I don't know how that would be. I don't know how that would be. It'd be ridiculous, I do believe. But I like to binge watch. Back to my, like I said, I don't have my channels public because I watch quote unquote controversial channels, because I don't watch the news at all. Like, I don't watch any of the news. And that's because the news, if you just take a day and flip through whenever your news is on, flip through channels, listen to the news talk. And they all say the same thing. It's like they're handed a script and they read it. It's weird. I remember when I was a kid, you know, you had investigating journalists and they went places and they talked to people and they didn't have opinions. They didn't give you, like, they might have an opinion about what's going on, like a religious opinion or a political opinion or an environmental opinion or whatever. They might have an opinion, but when they're when they're holding that microphone and they're on a newscast, their opinion is not. Their opinion doesn't matter, and it shouldn't. And so it bothered me. It bothers me now that they say things like they say the most ignorant stuff about people. I'm allowed to have an opinion because I'm not a newscaster. But if you're now, see, can you see the changes in the, see how it's drab and then it goes to this and it's half and half. Anyway, so what I do instead, I can twist this around a pencil or my shawl pen, or I could just do this, and that's what I do. I just do that. So this one's like a lot. This one here, I messed it up so bad, so it's okay. It's gonna be fine. But there's two together. And see how drab they look? They just look so drab. So that's two side by side. So you do two more of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. That's the only editing I do, because you don't want to sit here and watch me do this. But I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to do two more of these, and then I'm going to bring you back, and I'm going to show you what I do to bring them together, to make them like a little cluster, a flat little cluster, so that you can sew it on. And I may or may not, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might do 4 and 4, so I might do a row of 8 on this mane, and you sew it underneath each one so that you don't see. So I'm going to go under the horn. It'll be sewed up under the horn like these were. See, because you can't see. You can't see where I stitch it in because it started out under the horn. So I'm going to go under the horn, and then the next row I'm going to go just like this one. I'm going to go up under it. Go up under it and put the next row underneath. So my very first row was this bright pinks and yellow. And then the next row down was the blues, purples, and green. So, yeah. Yep. And I try to keep it the same. Like, okay. Like, I started out with the yellow, and it went over to the green. And then it went from the green to the orange. And the orange to the pink purple. And then, so then I started over here with the pink purple. And then I switched, and it switched over to the greens and the turquoise. So I try to keep it going in the same thing. That way it's not all weird. But anyway. Shoop. There we go. So I'm going to put him back over here so I can just look at him as inspiration. Yeah, pick my nose with this one. Anyway, I'm going to put him right back over here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off these two other trundles. Trundles. You know, I'm going to do 2 more of them, and then I will be right back. Because you don't want to sit here and watch me do it, because it would take forever. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the 4 done. And you can see how drab this looks. Even though I've got the really pretty purple and stuff, but see, it's switching to pink. And it doesn't stay long though. Say pink to purple. So it's like, it really, like, it's the pretty colors, but it just drabs it out. But anyway, so I got the last stitch on here. So I pull this through like this, make a tail, and I take my scissors and I cut that. I pull that on through, cinch it down. Okay, so now I have a row. So I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do 2 rows of 4 on the back for the main. So it'll be side by side, 2 of these, one here and then one on the other side. And then I'll go down from there. That's why I'm going to do it, because I have quite a bit of space back here, quite a bit. So when I show you how I'm going to make the little hair pieces, they will cinch up, and one will go here, and then the other one will go over here. So they'll be side by side, and that's going to look okay. And then of course, you know, it's going to go down. So anyway, yee! Okay. So let me show you. Oh, sorry, earthquake. Okay. So let me show you how I do this. So I take a needle, and I started on the green, and I ended on the purple. So this is the longer piece. Now you can go either way. You can do however you want, but I always take the shorter end and go that direction. But I think I might take the longer end and go that direction. No. Anyway, see this? This is why I can't do just the strings like this for the main that it called for, because of the glitzy yarn. I'm telling you, my grandson, he would eat it, because he's a little stink. Well, for starters, he's 2. Second of all, he sticks everything in his mouth. He's weird. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so see the hole here, right here, this hole right here. Okay, I'm not going in there. I'm going next to it into this part, and I'm going to pull it through like this and pull it tight. Sorry. And then I'm going to go on to the next one and put it through the thicker part and pull it tight. See how it brings them together? And I'm going to hold that there so they don't bunch it into a ball. And then I'm going to go to the next one and put it through the thick part. And just back and forth, back and forth. Then I'm going to pull that one. Because if you pull it, it's going to bunch it into a little tiny thing like that, which may not be a bad thing. It depends on how you're wanting it, because then it brings it all together. I hate this trundle. It just keeps rolling itself up. But I want it to be a little bit more open. But then I go into the last one where the end piece is and pull that through. Now I gotta pull these back out because I pulled it too tight. There we go. So now I have that. So then I come back over here, and I go inside there, I go over the top, go back in it again, like that. There you go. And then I just kind of go. This is why I don't teach anybody how to do anything, because I'm not good at this. I suck at this so bad. There we go. I'm trying to get them to separate. Anyway, so I go back across through it all so I could sew it on. Okay, now I mean that way it makes it like flat on the top, but it's pushed together closer, so the trundles are all like together like so. And then I take this short. Now you can either take the long end and go over to this end, or you can take this and sew it in. I'm going to go with the longer one because I should have left a longer piece here. So I'm going to break out my other needle. I got 2 needles here. I got one with a smaller, it's smaller. And I'm going to sew this in. I can show you how to do that. See, I don't know if I should take this one. I'll try the short one. Why not? because that's what I normally do, is go from that end. So let me cut off this piece of metal stuff here. Put it on my hook, or my hook. Put it in my, thread it in my needle. Come on, get in there. I'm gonna try to catch this silly metal piece because it came unspun. There we go. I think I got it. Did I get it in there? Nope, I sure did not. This, the metallic on these things, to thread them onto a needle is a pain in the butt. Just saying. Get in there. Did I get it this time? Yes, I got it. I just tighten. Okay, so give me my little horn here. So, started with the green. So I'm going to go over here, and it just so happens that this side's green. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go in to the horn here, and go in to underneath the horn. Like, get a stitch that I did. I'm going to pull this through like this. That'll pull that up right up there like that. And of course it's going to pull and tighten that stitching that you did. So you're going to have to muck around with that for a minute. Never thought you'd use your mouth to do this, did you? So anyway, so I did that. And then I lift up I know, this isn't a tutorial. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Then I go back into the same stitch that I just came out of, or into the trundle thing, back in there. And then I pull that in there, and I tighten that. And then I go back down. It's basically weaving again, weaving it through. Pull it through, back down again, pull it in, and then go to the next stitch over under the horn in the head of the unicorn. Make sure you pick up a whole stitch, because you don't want to pick up just a piece of yarn, because then you have a problem, because it can break the yarn and then your stuff falls off. And then you try to stick it. This is where it becomes tricky. You try to stick it in somewhere in the top of this row of trundles, so it's kind of even across, and then you pull that in, and then you go back, you go down, you go a little bit over, you know, because you're trying to work your way across the whole top. So you just pick a spot over, and then you go back in to the stitching. I'm going to go in where I came out and then come out a different spot. Sorry, I got flies are driving me crazy now. Back to living in a dumpster. Well, feeling like it anyway. And then you go back up here. I'm going to go up in here because I see something that I messed up on. I didn't mess up, but I need to fix so that I don't have that showing through I don't have a white spot showing through my fur at the top. So I'm going to go in up higher a little bit to where it's mostly the horn area. So that the shoot, come on, don't do that. There we go. I think, well, let me go into the horn. I'll just go into the horn area here. This is where I changed colors, or where I messed up kind of sewing it together when I sewed the horn to the head. Anyway, so there's that. And then I'm going to go right here back into the end of this, the corner piece, and pull that down. Now, there's not a whole lot of, there's still room here for another thing of trundles. So I'm done with sewing them on. So I'm going to take this one, put it on a hook. I mean, jeez, my needle. Get in there. There we go. Onto my needle. And I'm going to go in here, back in here, under the stitches of the head of the thing, head of the unicorn. And I'm going to go in here like this and pull it this way. Ha! and not take it off the hook, or the thing. But anyway, that'll bring that to there. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You can't see what I'm talking about. This is a terrible video. I'm just saying. I'm not impressed with my videography at the moment, because you can't see what I'm seeing. If I had a GoPro, I've wanted a GoPro forever. I just can't get them. Well, anyway, so I want to hide some white that's showing through here. So I'm going to do some finagles here and cover it up with this purple string, this purple yarn, so that it isn't. There we go. Because you know, crocheters, you know what we can do. We're magical. We can hide things so lovely. We can hide stuff so you can't see it by doing little tricklets. This is one of them. So anyway, now I want to go back over here to this piece right here, my piece that I ended with. So I'm just going to go down and back out right here like this, like so, and that way they're on the same side. So I take these two pieces of string. I know one's like 5 miles long, one ain't. I should have left the other one. And you make a knot. You just tie it across like you're tying a shoe, and then you tie it again like you're going to tie a shoe, and you make a knot like that. And then you cut that extra string off. Oh no, you don't cut nothing off. Never mind. Sure, don't do that. Don't cut string off. You are going to cut string. Make sure they're the same length, which is really short. You cut the length off. Then you take your bigger hook and you thread the 2 strings that you just tied together through the hook, or through the thread, through the needle. Holy cow. I don't know why I keep saying hook. Through the needle. Through the eye of the needle. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then you go into a stitch in the horn. Go up through the horn. Pull it up. And then go back in that stitch again, because you don't want it to really stay there. Keep going up, up, up. If you can go all the way up into the horn, you do it. That's great. The first go. Anyway, and you pull it through like this. And pull it, pull it, pull it until it comes out the top. And then, well, mine was short enough I don't have to cut it. But you have a piece of yarn sticking out. Smush my horn back down. You have a horn piece come out. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. There. I got part of the mane started. There's the... Look at this ugly-ass green one. I'm telling you, it's pissing me off. Yep, see my Christian voice being all unchristian-like. Whatever. Anyway. So anyway. Ooh, there we go. And it'll roll itself back up anyway. So anyway, so there's that. And then I'm going to put another one here. And then I'm going to put two more down. There we go. What do you think? Yes, no, yes, no. I think I messed up, but I'm not really sure, because that don't look right. I don't know. Maybe it'll look better once I put the other piece on, because I was thinking it goes on this side. I may have to do 3. I may have to do one here and here, and I may have to pull these together tighter. That's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do, see how that's worked? Instead of doing the things, I'm going to do trundles of 3 like this. I'm going to tie them together tighter here, and I'm just going to put, they'll be like hair plugs. I'm going to put a plug here and a plug here, and then I'm going to go down. So I'm going to do 3 rows all the way down. Not all the way down, but about there. That's what I'll do. That way they'll stay bunched like this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, guys. See, thank you for the idea. So 50, 51. 51 for this. So you'll have 50 chains to make the length. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, there we go. So that's where I'm at, and I will come back again another time and show you my progression. Yeah. For my little man. So I'm going to get off here, and I will talk to you guys later. And I haven't forgotten about talking to you about my thoughts on something, other things that we talked about in the last video. So we'll be all right. So off I go to make trundles. I don't know if I'm just going to make a whole bunch of them and then add them, or I'm going to add them as I go. Maybe add them as I go, because if I have to go back and add them, then I might just give up hope on it, because it's like sewing together granny squares, man. Ugh. Oh, and I was saying also, I don't show my channels because I watch things that people don't agree with. And I think that it shouldn't matter what channels you watch. Like, I don't watch the news because they don't do the news. They do the news with their twist and their opinions of whatever is going on. And I don't begrudge whoever you like, dislike, agree with, don't agree with, what you stand for, what you don't stand for. You know, that's your private life. That's your private thoughts. I liked it better when people kept who they voted for or who they believed in or whatever to themselves. It should be something that is your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs to you. But that ain't how it is now. Everybody's out there doing TikTok videos and Snapchats and all this other stuff. And is that a bald eagle? No, it's not. We do have them here, though. I thought it was. Nope, it's a buzzard. It's just where the light hit it on there, it looked like the tail was white. Oh, they're catching drift. They're drifting. They're catching that updraft. So anyway, I liked it better when everybody kept their stuff to themselves. You know, because it just makes everything crazy. Like, I mean, it was fun, you know, you drive down the road during football season and you see people with their sports flags hanging out on their front porch, like Steelers, or because we're Steelers fans, but like Steelers or Colts or whatever, because I'm in Indiana. You see that, you know, so they like the Steelers or Colts or whatever. And then of course everybody have their American flag out there, and possibly state flag, and every once in a while you might see somebody with their Christian flag out there, and there was nothing wrong with that. Now I'm seeing all other kinds of flags out, and there's some people's flags that you can be whatever you want to be in life. Like I said in my last video, I don't care. I don't have to agree with you, and I don't, and I won't, and it'll never happen. I won't agree with your lifestyle. You as a person, though, and who you decide to have a relationship with doesn't, I mean, if you're a kind person, you're a kind person. What you do behind your closed doors is your business. Now, I know there's going to be some people out there, but like, what if it's one of those people, one of those that likes the kiddos? What about those people? Well, I'm not talking about those people. If I was friends with somebody that was one of those people, and I don't care how nice they are, and I find out about it, okay, that relationship is over, because that's a part of, I can't get over that one, okay? But if you're a consenting adult, and you're with a consenting adult, and whatever it is you guys do between you two, between consenting adults with consenting adults, so that everybody's a consenting adult, and they all are, and there's nothing weird going on as far as, incapacitated type thing. So I have to spell this all out for you. This is going to be a long video. So I don't care about that. I mean, if you're a decent person, you're a decent person. But I don't have to agree with your lifestyle. So when you're driving around and you see certain flags out and stuff like that, it's like, that's just, to me, all it says is advertising what goes on in your bedroom, and I don't want to know about it. Thanks. Anyway. That's That's my opinion on that. But I'm going to get off here because I'm not soapboxing this because I just was want to talk to you about my yarn and my crocheting and my unicorn. But see, this is what goes on in my head because it's constant. All the time, all day, every day, all the time. And that's why I have weird dreams that my husband won't even let me talk about. Because when I talk to him about my dreams, he says his brain melts. Try dreaming it. Anyway, I'm off here. So you guys take care. God bless. Be kind to one another. Another 40-minute video, guys. See how this works? Bye. See you later. Go ahead and hit and subscribe, because you know you love it. So subscribe. And then you can watch it all the time. And you'll know when I put something up. So ring the notification bell. Just subscribe. It's easy. Talk to you later. Bye.